Hello everyone. Welcome on in. I'm Velvet and welcome to Planet Zoo, the Twilight Zoo. We are working on Castle Myers in Planet Zoo at the moment, although it looks a little bit different from the last episode. Well, let me talk about that. So, I was tootling around with our zoo as we had it, Castle Myers, because if you were watching in the previous episode, you'll note that we were having a lot of issues with the guests not donating, and I was kind of watching what was happening with the guests because I got curious, and they were just kind of going down the hill, and then they were just walking back up the hill. They weren't going to the zoo. They weren't doing anything much. They were just kind of walking up, walking down, and not really doing much. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to check this out. I'm going to do a little bit of searching on the interwebs and to see what was going on here. So I had a look around, and there does seem to be an issue with this particular zoo in the fact that the guests get really unsatisfied, and that was an issue that we were having because I mean we had very frowny faced people, and because the walk down the hill was so long that they didn't really have any entertainment, and there was nothing to really do, and then by the time they got down to the bottom of the hill they were just turning around and going back up the hill and not doing anything. So we had thousands of people walking through our gates and no money coming into our zoo, which is a problem. So I was thinking about it, and there was a couple of solutions out there, and the one that seemed to be one of the more workable ones was to add like seating and little bits of interest and points of interest down the hill. It wasn't didn't seem to be successful for everyone, but that might be something if you are struggling with the zoo that you could try. Is adding like some little points of interest going down the zoo and into the zoo. The other thing, well, I didn't really see this out there, but as I was tootling around and having a look around the zoo, one of the things that I did notice was there was actually quite a lot of building space up the top, which is what you can see me here doing. I am rebuilding our zoo up the top. I had an idea. My idea was, what if the guests don't have to walk down the hill? It's a simple concept, but I wanted to give that a try. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to rebuild the zoo. So I decided I would record this, and you guys can see me speed building the rebuild of Castle Myers while I talk about what happened, because I thought, you know what? That'll be, yeah, this might be a little bit of a solution to the whole walking down the hill, getting bored, walking straight back up the hill problem, is just don't go down the hill at all. And so this is my theory, and I did I did start the zoo. I did play the zoo through, not all the way through, but up to about the point where we got to through the series, which is just about heading. Well, we got to the gold goals. I got to the point where we needed to add in the habitat cameras, and you know what? This worked. It worked a treat. And the thing with the terrain manipulation in Planet Zoo, it means that I can actually just spread out across the top and basically just create this floating zoo up the top and have all that space up there, and we can just have the zoo up the top. There doesn't even need to be any reason to go down the bottom. So what I did with the bottom area is the only animals that we had in the zoo when we start the zoo is the foxes. So I just needed to recapture the foxes. I deleted everything that I possibly could that would make me money down the bottom. There was only two staff things down in the bottom area that you can't delete. So one of the goals in the gold objectives is to get the zoo working entirely on renewable energy. So all you need to do is basically delete everything down there except the two staff things that you can't delete, and you just power that with renewable energy because they're really close to each other. So you just need one of the wind turbines. And what I did with the path is that I actually only made that accessible via the staff. So I made that into, or the start of it into staff paving, and then the rest is just like regular paving. I just left it as was, and then that means the staff can get down there, because when you start the early part of the game and you get your animals, I think they go into the animal training center that's down the bottom, because that's one of the ones that you can't delete. I did put another animal training center at the top, so I think that kind of worked out. But in the beginning, you kind of need to be able to have that accessible as well, also for maintenance purposes and bits and pieces. So yeah, you'll need to have that. Keep the path as it is, and just turn it into an accessible for staff path, and then they'll be able to come up and down as they need to. And then yeah, just build the rest at the top. And this seems to have worked a treat. So I haven't actually finished playing this through the zoo. So we're going to do like the little bit of a speed build. So this is just about finished. Only a couple more minutes left on that. And then we're just going to go straight into normal gameplay with that. So you can sort of see there's a couple of things down the bottom. You might have been able to see like the red dots down there. And then the rest of everything is up here. And I just basically tried to go through and delete all of the things that required power on other parts of the zoo, because as I was just talking about, one of the goals is to have everything powered via renewable energy. So all of the little mushroom, like light up mushroom displays that are around in like different areas of the zoo, I recommend that you delete those or repurpose them up in this top area, because yeah, otherwise you're going to have to dot a whole lot of renewable energy, or what are they, wind turbines around the place, and that's just going to cost you money. So you can actually make money from deleting those lights as well. You don't actually technically need them, so I just got rid of them, and I got rid of as much as I could around the place. And by the time I deleted this and deleted that, and got rid of all the stuff, I think I ended up with, I don't know, 74,000 to start with building my zoo. It was something like that. Anyway, it was quite a large amount. So I was not actually struggling with cash to get the zoo set up, which was fantastic. So I was able to actually just set up all the enclosures and get all the animals, and it set up, exhibits and do all the things. So I basically got it set up with some bears. There's 5 exhibits. There's wombats, foxes, raccoons. I actually did a peacock walkthrough enclosure. So, there's quite a few little bits and pieces that I've added along the way, but very similar to what we had in the previous zoo. And I tried to stick to as many of the same animals along the way as well. So I think it should be all pretty recognizable, just in a different space and a different look to it. So yeah, so this has been my solution to the glitch with this particular zoo, is to basically just build it up the top. And tell you what, it is working a treat. But I'm going to leave you guys there for the voiceover, and we're going to switch straight into gameplay. So enjoy. Right, we are back in the actual zoo. Let's get into it. We're going to smash the scenario. Now that I've worked out the whole glitch thing, we've sorted that, we've rebuilt the zoo as it is. So we have finally unlocked transport rides. So we've done that with our research, which is amazing. So I just want to check that we've unlocked, yes, we've unlocked the suspended gondola, which is what we needed. So now I probably want to research the fencing. Yeah, what am I doing? Get my brain back in it. So barriers, because, no, not habitats, we want barriers. Because we want to unlock the one-way glass, because that's always helpful to have. So that's our next thing that we want to work on, is barriers, which we're almost unlocked, which is great. So we've unlocked our transport, which we need to build, and some bits and pieces. Now there is a couple of things that we need to do, and it is nighttime in the zoo, so I will be able to show you a little bit more when it's bright and light. But we need to research the Himalayan brown beard at level 4. So we'd already done that before, so we're just currently still working on that, but we will get there. And the other thing that we need to do is add in 4 habitat cameras. So we're going to do that quickly. We already know all about that. We've explored that, so we know the dealio with that, which is great, nice and easy. We have $11,000, and you know what? Our guests are fairly happy. We need to work on our education a bit, but they're fairly happy. So I'm going to go around and just check that I've got all of my signs working as well, and just keep on making people happy. And then we can start working on our gold objectives. Easy as that. Tell you what, it's been a lot smoother this time around, not having the glitch in the game. Or, I mean, the glitch is still there, but, you know, we've worked around it, so that's all good. I've completely forgotten what I was doing. I was too busy yakking, and my mind has just gone bleh. Yes, this is why we're researching the glass, because we want our animals to not be stressed. Hopefully they will be a little bit happier, actually. What have we got in the way of habitats for our red foxes? Red fox. What have we got for enrichment for them? Add in another little bully, and another bit of ice, and another sprinkler. There we go. A little bit happier. Might need to do some research on that. After we've done the brown bear, though, because the brown bear is important, we're doing habitat cameras, and the other thing we're doing is just checking I've got my boards up. I think I do. No, I don't. See, this is the problem. So we've got raccoons. And we've got our little walkthrough area for our peacocks. We've got our exhibits down there. So they've been continue to be like a really good source of money. And we've got a habitat board over here. Ooh, I don't think we do. Okay, we better add one of those. Media device. Mini, and you know what, we might add our board here. Be over here. Okay. It's going to be our Himalayan brown bear. So we've got a bit of education happening around here. The sun is finally rising, so we might be able to actually see what we're doing. Hooray! And I'm just going to check we've got our PFAL education board. We do. And then over here we have, no board over here as well. All right, it's just while we check that. And then we can start to get our habitat cameras in as well. Oh, that's run the wrong way. And that's going to have our common wombats. Fabuloso. So we're looking at more educated by the second. And now we've got to put in our habitat cameras. Okay, here's our habitat webcam. So let's get a couple in place. Ooh, we've got some lovely offspring coming in. Fantastic. Okay, we've got it upside down. Because of course we do. Every time. So, whoops. Okay, I think we've got camera number 1. Yay! Okay, habitat wing camera number 1, and that's in our wombat enclosure. And then maybe we could have a peacock enclosure for the next one. Okay, so we go into the twisty mode, rotate the trend. What? There we go. I think that should be all good. Let's just check our camera view. See people walking past. Looks good. Next one, let's do our Himalayan bears. Hello there. Rawr. You know, the other thing I need to check. Oh, that's a grizzly bear. Oh yeah, I've got a Himalayan bear and a grizzly bear. Let's just have a look at our grizzlies. Okay, I think we've got a little bit more enrichment that we can add to this. So, thankfully, because we've done some research with the Himalayan bear, it does mean that we get the same research for our grizzly bear. So that's nice. A little bonus for us right there. And I think we need to get a grizzly bear mate, but I don't know what sex we've got in here. What gender bear have we got? So we've got a male grizzly bear, so that's great because we've got a female grizzly bear in here. 11.2, yeah. Okay. And then I think we've got a female Himalayan bear, so we need a male, which we don't have. Alright. Go Ruby. habitat cam. That's what we're doing. I got distracted, didn't I? I got distracted again. Okay, I'm gonna go advanced rotating. Oh, and it's the keyboard thing at the top. And we'll just do tilt it down a smidge. Let's check our view. Hey, we can see a bear. Fantastic. And then our last one we might put in here with our raccoons, I think it is. Yes, looks like raccoons. I don't know where they are, but there's supposed to be some raccoons in here. And our last one. So then the last thing that we need to work on is research. But while we're doing the research, we're going to start working on our goal objectives so that when we do hit gold, we can kind of get straight into it. And tilt down a smidge. There we go. And let's just check our view. Yay! Alright, so presumably the animals will come and eat at some point. Where the raccoons are? Oh, they're over there in their little enclosure. Oh, they're jumping around! Oh, in the water, playing with their sprinklers. Isn't that adorable? Look at all the people we've got in the zoo too. And there's not too much vandalism. Like last time we had so much crime, but this time around it hasn't been too bad. I will, I think, add a few more security cameras in because we know that like last time we had so much of an issue with it. So we're just going to add a few more security cameras. I got some down over by our food area, but I want to add a few more just in case. Keep an eye on these naughty people. Always up to something. So we do need to make space for a gondola somewhere. Now I do have like a bit of an area here and a bit of an area here where we can add it in. And it just needs to be like a little circle. So we will work on the gondola today. Because we've actually got the money for it. I mean, look at us making the money, like 27,000. Remember last time and how we weren't making money if you were like hanging out with me last time around? We were so struggling with this. So the fact that we've got our little area up here and we've ignored the whole downstairs area is just paid off big time. So we've done a Himalayan brown bear. So we're almost up to completing level 3, which is great. And we will get these notifications of facilities without power because protesters. What are they protesting? Oh. Social stress, trying to hide. Alright, we definitely need that one-way glass. Let's see how that's going on. Mechanic research, barriers. Alright, we're pretty close to that, which is great. So we can keep our little scared animals happy. We've got like all our customers over here happy, our guests eating their things, doing their things, which is great. So let's have a look while we're waiting for our Himalayan bear research. So we've got to have at least 12 habitat species in the zoo. So at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Okay, so that's Himalayan bear number 3. So we've got one more level to go. Have at least 1,900 guests in the zoo. We've done that. Increase guest average happiness to 60%. Don't know on that. Keep crime occurrences below 8. Don't know on that yet. Power everything in the zoo with renewable energy. I think I have that. Because how I've set it up is all with renewable energy. So I think so. It's just a matter of whether or not there's any hidden around somewhere that I've missed. But I don't think so. I think we're good. We've got to breed 6 new Himalayan brown bears. So we really need to get ourselves a male Himalayan brown bear, which is just not available right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. And then our last thing is build a suspended gondola transport ride and increase education rating to 2.0 stars. Well, we've got our education boards up. I do have a talking point in the zoo as well, so we might need to consider adding a second talking point. We'll see how we go. And yeah, go from there on that. Educating. So we've got to add in another, what did I say, 7, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 5. I do know how to add. 5 more habitats, of 5 more habitat species in. The thing about this is while we've only got to the edge here, we do have the possibility of extending our zoo out over here. So I'm thinking maybe we could do that. And I can delete this area that I've got. Oh, I think we've got our one-way glass. Yes. Let's just double check that. Sometimes I get confused, but yes, it is one-way glass. So let's get that in. But yeah, we can extend out this area here, over here, and we can add in a bit more space. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do that, and then we can add in, change this enclosure around. Have like pathway going through here, and we can add in our gondola through there as well. So I feel like that would work quite nicely. But we're going to start with a little bit of one-way glass on the barriers. Or, no, that hasn't unlocked. This is what I get confused with this. I thought it had unlocked, but it doesn't look like it has unlocked yet. So I've still got another level to go. Okay. Yep. Alright, one more level to go. So in that case, we're going to work on this. So I'm just going to do that with terrain, sculpting, flatten foundation, size it up, and we're just going to go. Not the cheapest way to do it, but it's actually not a stupid way to do it either. Right, I've got it. I've got us all sorted as far as, delete all that. The ground goes and the terrain, so we'll just flatten that out. So we've got a heap of space here. So let's get our gondola built, and then we'll kind of see where that takes us. So facilities, and we've got transport rides. Oh, is that gondola? Oh, I get so confused with that. Right, we've got some lovely animals to sell, 3,000. And we've got some protesters arriving because... Oops, I don't want to move that animal. I just want to keep her in here. We need that one-way glass. Mechanic research. I had to change it back to transport, right. So while we're waiting on research, I was going to say I might build the habitats, but I kind of want to do the gondola first and see, because I'm not quite sure how much space it's going to take up. I'm going to kind of put it here. I will block off the staff area though. I don't need to be seen that. Staff area all blocked off. I'm going to have to wait until we can build the other things before I can build my rest of my park. But we've got one enclosure here, so that's 8. I think the gondola is going to go about here. So we can build here 9, 10, 11, 12. It should be pretty straightforward. I think the main issue is actually going to be... Oh, maybe we've got enough money. Ugh. You guys know I hate a protester spotted thing. I was just thinking, we've got enough money. Why don't I hire an extra mechanic for the time being and have 2 researching so we can get that one-way glass researched. Yay! Okay, so we've got our Himalayan bear research. We've already gone through all that, so I'm not going to repeat that one today. Oh, habitat cleanliness is a risk. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start researching foxes, I think, because they need some more entertainment. they need. Animal stress, we really need that one-way glass. We're getting there. Staff having to queue to use the facility. Which facility? Workshop. Oh, alright. We'll add another workshop in. I've got the space, I've got the money, why not? That is for doing our mechanic research. Okay. Donskis. Still no Himalayan brown bears to adopt. Oh, our skunk died. Oh no. Alright, well, we need a replacement skunk as well. Which kind though? We need a female. Right, female skunk. Dunskies. Wish it was so easy with our Himalayan bear, but it's not. I was just thinking I might just risk it for the biscuit and add in some barriers, and let's just build a few enclosures. And if I have to move things around, I have to move things around. Okay, I've done a big circle, so I think if we do the gondola inside that circle, hopefully that'll work. Oh, inbreeding. No! Don't do it! No! Oh, I'm too late. Let's just go contraceptive. I might need to add another P-fell in here. Hang on. We don't want none of that. There we go. Hopefully that'll stop. Multiple overflowing bins. Ah! So much going on. Caretaker. I don't have to be skimpy on the staff, which is quite nice. Add a extra keeper, a couple of security guards, and some more educators. Great. I'm making so much money I don't have to be skimpy on the staff. Right, back to making habitats. Let's get back to it. Well, our second skunk has died of old age, so we need another skunk. So let's go into animal training, and actually what animal do we need? There's a reason I was checking in there. Striped skunk, so our... Didn't we just get one? Huh? Okay, well our male skunk just died. I wonder how big a family the skunks can have. Let me check that. Striped skunk. Species data. Male bachelor 1 to 2, female bachelor. Okay, so having one male, one female. Alright, well we won't mess with that. Mechanic research is complete. Yes, what have we got? Now I think we have one-way glass. Alright, and vet research is complete. And we might be able to add some stuff for our foxes. Okay. Let's just double check barriers. Yay! One-way glass! I can never tell which way around this goes. The other way. Yep. One-way glass on everything. Oh, our animals are going to be so happy that they can't see all those horrible people outside. And they're going to be all like, yeah, we're just going to live our best lives. And it's going to be a delight. Okay. Right, and you know what? I think I've got everybody done with the one-way glass. So that's fantastic. I'm just going to do it on our new enclosures. Then we'll be all set up, ready to go for when we get our gondola research done, and etc, etc. And guess what? It's getting light. We can actually see what we're doing now, which is amazing. It's the only problem with nighttime, and I realise I can probably turn it off, but I don't know. I like the natural kind of vibe of having a bit of nighttime. Okay, so we have our one-way glass, and we just need to add in our barrier thing. Habitat gates, that's what I mean. And then the other thing is, I just probably need to set up like another maybe staff room as well. I'm gonna have so many habitats. Start getting all our animals. You know we love new animals in the zoo. And have I got one of this in here? So, okay, so we've got heaps of habitats. I'm gonna add in probably a few, maybe 3 more staff rooms if I can fit them in. Just so to make sure that we've got enough. Oh, maybe staff room and a keeper hut. Forgot about the keeper huts. I haven't researched these at all, so we've only got the small ones, unfortunately. It is what it is. Keeper hut and staff room. Right. Oh, I've managed to fit 2 keeper huts, oops, and 2 staff rooms in here, which I think is amazing, plus the ones that I already had. So it's actually 3 keeper huts, 3 staff rooms in this little space, which I'm very impressed with, I think. Good, I think I've got it all set up. I wanted to create like a second exit around there, so it just took a little bit of fussing around just to try and get that right. But we'll put a couple of trees in around here, just to pretend like there's nothing there. Shh! Keep it a secret from those guests. Oh, you know what? We don't need to buy a tree. We've got lots of trees around the place. There we are. Okay, heaps of space. Animal died. Which animal? Oh no, our Foxy. Francesca died. I feel like all I've been saying is this animal died, that animal died. And it kind of has been the case. Yes, red fox research complete. Great. I might research something else now. What about the raccoon? Let's give the raccoon some love. How is our research getting on for our mechanic research? Yay! Okay, transport ride has been unlocked. Hooray! Do a little bit of research on staff facilities while we're there. We don't need to do any more transport ride thingies, so maybe shelters and climbing. There we are. A bit of research there, why not? Let's have a look at our fox situation, and then we're going to have a look at our bear situation, because we need a mate for Kelly. So let's get that in. So Francesca's died, so we need another female fox. And of course there's only males. And there are no Himalayan bears. What is up with this animal market at the moment? It's terrible. Terrible animal market. But you know what that means. We were always going to do a gondola today, so we're absolutely going to be making a gondola. Transport rides, transport suspended gondola. Let's start here. See if we can fit this in here. Station. So we need to exit to the left. Right, here we are. Let's get our trek underway. Okay, a very small station. Oh well. Is what it is. We're just going to go round and round in a big circle and enjoy a good view of the zoo. That's all we're going to do. I don't know that I'll be able to get anyone to actually ride on this gondola, but you know what? We're going to build it. We're going to get our goals and we are going to win this scenario. There we go. So go up a bit. And build that round. And maybe down a smidge. I mean, it should cover like heaps of animals. Like, I would be stoked with this ride. There we are. And exit that. So then we need to do a station. There's a problem. Oh yes, because I haven't added any other things. So of course there's going to be a problem. Oh, you know what? There is a problem. I need space to do the entrance exits. If we do it around this side, then it should be all good. There's space. So we've got our entrance. So we'll move entrance there and then we can add our exit there. And we need our path, so we'll have our queue area. Right, we've got a lovely queue area, and now we're going to have our exit path, which is this one here. Right, we're going to have animals all around there. It's going to be exciting. And then we need to add in a number of vehicles. I'm going to go with 10. Do a test. There we go. Off we go. Do a test run. See if it all works. I don't see why it wouldn't. While we're doing a test run, let's see what animals we can get in here. Now we can get some aardvarks. Perfect. Aardvarks can go in here. Now I'm just going to check the Zoopedia on that. Polygamous, okay. It's going to be aardvark. Let's get in our aardvarks. Okay, we'll have a bit of that and a bit of that. And I don't know if they need any cooling. We'll give them a burrow and a nice enclosure to sleep under if they feel like that. You know, just depending on their mood. You don't know what they're in the mood for. Maybe they want to go underground, maybe they don't. I don't want to assume. Okay, so we have aardvark enclosures there. What I'm going to do is just quickly set up work zone. And we'll add back animals. Well, that one there. And then I'm going to add a new work zone, which is going to be the gondola zone. I do need to set this all up so the mechanics look after everything as well. So this is our gondola zone, and we're going to have okay, it should be plenty of space for everybody. Gondola zone. Oh, our cockroach just died. Oh no, our cockroach just died. Oh, I might have to research all that. Just check on all that. Okay, I think our gondola ride is good. So let's just get it open and see what happens. So we have an aardvark going in there, and you know what? I need to hire some staff. I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 keepers. I don't know, it's probably overboard, but hey. I'm not skimping on money on this one, so this is going to be our gondola area. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I think I've got one floater. Fabulous. So then work zones, then we need our everything work zone, which is going to be boom, boom, boom. Okay, I think I've got everything in our everything zone. All up to date, which is great. So I'm going to shove in more animals. More animals, I say. Let's go. American bison. Yes. And I'm going to look at mating pairs in a minute. You know what? I actually might move the American bison. I think I might put them in the bigger enclosure. So we'll go in that one. What's that noise? Is this American bison? Yay! So what do we need from American bisons? Let's go. I'm on a roll here. We're going to make it happen. Or we're going to try and make it happen. We'll see. I offer no guarantees about anything. Beds and shelter. Oh, we have a nice big bedding area. There we go. Lots of lovely grass. So I feel like they would love the grassland. And enrichment. Boom. Boom, boom. Okay, American bison taken care of. What's next? Bongos. Bingo bongo. bongos can go in here. We can work on all the habitat styling and everything like that. So we've got our animals in. Bongos. Isn't it nice actually having money to be able to just go boom, boom, boom and just get it all done? I'm really enjoying that. It's not like a struggle for money. Right, we have food, we have water, we have heaters, don't know, maybe. Let's have a nice shelter area. Rainforest, I'm going with grass for a rainforest animal. And enrichment, just a herb percent marker. Might need to do some more herbivore research actually. Let's have a look at that. Raccoon, good job. But let's go and research the aardvark. I think that might unlock some good stuff for us. Right, what else? We've done bongos, that's great. Wombats, we've got gem spots. Let's get a pair of gem spot. And a meal. Here we go. Gemsbok. Gemsbok. I always loved them in Zoo Tycoon because they were an endangered animal. They came with the endangered animal DLC, and they were always really good for that. So I always have like a bit of a weak spot with Gemsboks randomly. I found them a really useful animal on Zoo Tycoon. What can I say? Zoo Tycoon, man. I have to get a little plug-in disk drive so I can play them again. Such a good game. Maybe I'll do that after I finish this series. One of these days, anyway. Okay, and enrichment items, herb set marker. Okay. I feel like I need to just adjust everything for this very soon, but for the moment, we still don't have a Himalayan bear. Pronghorn raccoon. What's our last enclosure size? Oh, we've got 2 more enclosures. I think I built one too many enclosures. As expected, nobody's riding my gondola. Shocking. Okay, let's just do walls. They're nice and cheap and easy. Can add like a whole herd of them. A whole herd of them. It's a pack, Velvet. Funnily enough, I think that'll be our numbers. We'll just have to check on our goals and see whether or not that's enough. I have got space for one more, so we'll check on that and see what we end up with. Okay, so we've got our wolves area and we need to set up a habitat. Woo! Timberwolf. Right. So, food, water. They definitely like to be cool. Mechanic research is complete. Staff facilities. Fantastic. Probably not going to do anything with that at this point, but that's fine. Never know. So nice and cool, and we'll have a... what's the biggest shelter? Nice big shelter there. Maybe you can do a couple for the walls, because there's like 4 of them in there. And they'll probably breed like crazy, maybe. And what have we got for enrichment? Oh, we've got quite a bit of enrichment, so that's a bonus. I do need to add in all the plants, but we'll get it. Okay, heaps of enrichment. Let's have a look at our goals. Objectives done. Objectives done. So, we've got to have 12 different habitat species in the zoo and increase overall welfare to 80%. Alright, so that's what we're working on there. I've got one more enclosure, so I may as well put an animal in there. We've got to increase guest average happiness to 60%, currently at 46%. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. And we've definitely got the numbers there. Actually, we'll probably have a look at it next time. Because I've really gone over time, as I do. Keep crime occurrences below 8. We're currently at 8. power everything in the zoo with renewable energy. We'll definitely check on that next time. We've got to breed some more Himalayan brown bears. Oh, my gondola's not long enough. Darn. All right, we'll fix that next time as well. Lots to do. So we've got one more animal to add. Well, we don't have to, but I will. And we've got to close down that gondola. And I might get rid of a whole lot of vehicles and just do like 3 or something like that. And we're going to make it a bit longer. That's fine. We can fix all that next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've had fun, and I feel like we're on the right track. At least we've dealt with the whole glitchy thing, so we've just got to fix a few things up, tweak a few things, and I think we'll be done with the Castle Myers. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys have had fun. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.